Welcome to the Dirtboard Jesters podcast, your home for dirt track racing across the country and right here in the Ohio Valley. This is Josh, and in episode 34, you gotta get your ass to the dirt track. We do a 4-crown recap, and the Buckeye Bullet Dave Blaney calls it a career. I hope you guys are ready to get dirty. This week in dirt racing history, we're going back to September 28th of 2012 when the World of Outlaw Sprint Cars paid a visit to Williams Grove Speedway. Paul McMahon would come away with a victory, Greg Hodnett in second, and Kerry Madsen in third.
Let me talk to you!
This week's talking points, I want to start by talking about I've recently noticed more and more tracks with overhead pictures of cars parked everywhere. A good thing to see. A couple weeks ago, standing room only at a few different tracks. And it makes me think a few years ago how the talk was of how streaming was going to kill dirt track racing. And in my opinion, if anything, it seems to have aided in bringing people to the track. I wonder how many new people streaming were introduced to dirt racing in that way. All that being said, there's nothing like being at the track, and you'll find out later in this episode just why. Once you get someone to the dirt track for the first time, there's a good chance they're going to be hooked. The Maverick Series at Terre Haute canceled due to lack of cars. I'm sure you've heard about it if you haven't. Sounds like there were 3 cars there, 4 cars were close by, and maybe another 3 or 4 were heading that way. I'm not sure if they put anything out to say, hey, is anybody close? Because we've only got a few cars here. My guess is they didn't. If they did, then it is what it is, but you got to put something out and see if you got anybody close before canceling. If you did, okay. If they didn't answer and let you know, then that's on them. But if you got 3 there and 3 or 4 close by and another 3 or 4 heading that way, sounds like you're racing to me. Hell, if you've got 7 or 8 cars, I think I'd talk to the drivers about some kind of outside-the-box racing format for the night just to give it a try. I'm certainly not suggesting you could do this every time you have 7 or 8 cars show up. But in this instance, especially with the new series and you're trying to get off the ground, I think you got to try something else other than just hanging up your hat. Brandon Anderson suspended for an entire calendar year and fined $5,000 by ASCS. I like the fact that they didn't drag their feet in making this decision. Granted, World Racing Group now owns ASCS. In my opinion, I just wish they would also tore his car apart and made him put it back together on top of the other sanctions. Maybe mailing him a piece here or there every month leading towards the end of next year. Listen to the latest Dirt Nerds. It sounds like sprint car silly season is going to be really silly. And trust me, the late models aren't going to be far behind. I wonder when the first domino falls, and from all the chatter that I heard this weekend at Eldora during the 4-Crown Nationals, it sounds like some dominoes have already fallen. They just haven't come out to everybody. Corey Eliason has lost funding. He's looking for a different ride in 2025. It's going to be interesting to see all the movement that takes place as this season comes to an end. I want to give a shout out to Victory Fuel, from Throttle Punch to Lucky Lemon to the ever delicious Purple Potion. They've got 4 packs, 12 packs, and some cool merchandise. Get to drinkvictory.com and use the code Jesters10 at checkout to save. Drinkvictory.com and use the code Jesters10 at checkout to save.
Acknowledge me!
Recapping this previous race week, starting with September 19th at Knoxville. For the Lucas Oil late models, Jonathan Davenport still hates Knoxville, but it doesn't keep him from winning. Jonathan Davenport gets the win. Bobby Pierce from 8th to 2nd. And Hudson O'Neal rounds out the podium. September 20th, Attica with 410s. Casey Gingerjack gets his first 410 win in the last lap, last corner pass over Cap Henry. Cale Thomas in 3rd. Cap Henry would win the Attica Track Championship. In the late models, Ryan Markham gets the win. Rusty Schlenk in 2nd, and Casey Noonan in 3rd. And in the 305s, Dustin Stroop from 10th to the win. Jamie Miller from 8th to 2nd, and Dustin Dinan in 3rd. Circle City had the Midwest Thunder 410 sprints where Jaden Rogers will get the win. Aiden Salisbury from 11th to 2nd, and Ricky Lewis from 12th to 3rd. MMSA mini sprints. Corey Keenerum gets the win. Elijah Knoke in 2nd, and Eric Weber from 11th to 3rd. Modifieds, Derek Loesch gets the win. Dylan Nussbaum in 2nd, and Ricky Lex in 3rd. Enduros, Earl Owens from 23rd to the win. Zach Detch from 8th to 2nd. Chris Tomasic from 29th to 3rd. And Chris Tomasic's going to be this week's chicken dinner winner. Way to get the elbows up, Chris. In the Crown Vics, Blake Daniels gets the win. Andrew Brown in 2nd. And Cody Hardcastle in 3rd. And the Hornets, Connor Garrison gets the win. Jeremy Shemwell in 2nd. And Noah Beasley in 3rd. Creek County in Oklahoma, Sooner Shuffle night number 1. Power Eye 410 Outlaws. Noah Gass gets the win. Reese Moran in 2nd. Sam Haferteef Jr. in 3rd. Eldora Before the Crown, High Limit. And Justin Peck gets his first win of the season. Congratulations to Justin Peck. Rico Abreu in 2nd, and Brad Sweet in 3rd. USAC Midgets, Dason Pursley gets his first Eldora win. Cannon McIntosh in 2nd, and Jacob Denny with a nice run there in 3rd. Best Eldora finishes for Cannon McIntosh and Jacob Denny. Those Midgets, they were 3 wide for most of the first 10 laps of the feature. Love the Midgets at Eldora. I don't care what anybody says. Apparently Brian Brown would be later quoted after seeing the Midgets run at Eldora, and I quote, "These guys race like they don't have families." Listen, I mean, you got to chuckle, but at the same time, man, is it wild to watch the Midgets there at Eldora. Friday night at Eldora, Before the Crown, really good racing and a really good track service. Let's see if that holds up for Saturday. Knoxville and Lucas Oil late models. Bobby Pierce gets the win. Brandon Shepard from 8th to 2nd. And Max Blair in 3rd. Moeller then track championship night. In the late models, Billy Green gets the win. R.J. Conley in 2nd. And Trevor Landrum from 11th to 3rd. In the modifieds, Eric Shepard Jr. gets the win. Colin Green in 2nd. And Derek Richmond in 3rd. In the sport mods, Jeremy Freeman gets the win. Dallas Pickleheimer in 2nd. And Tom Pribble in 3rd. In the compacts, Jacob Todd gets the win. Christopher Meyer in 2nd. And Kevin McCoy in 3rd. In the legends, Steve Parton with the win. Quaid Schoonover in 2nd. And Ronnie Niehaus in 3rd. Zach Schuler would go from 23rd to 7th. Getting the elbows up there, Zach. The Zach attack. Crown Vics, Kendall Purdy. Jacob Krutzkamp in 2nd. And Tony Brewer in 3rd. Southern Raceway with USCS, Lane Whittington gets the win. Terry Gray in 2nd, and PJ Ruderman in 3rd. Thunderbolt Raceway, the Roth Classic, night number 1 with the World of Outlaw Sprint Cars. David Gravel gets the victory. Logan Schuhart in 2nd, and Buddy Kofoid from 9th to 3rd. Sheldon Hodchill will be up on it 18th to 4th. Thornhill Raceway, Hunt the Front. Peyton Freeman gets the win. Tanner English from 8th to 2nd, and Brandon Overton in 3rd. Wayne County, Ohio Dirt Blowout, night number 1 with the modifieds. Nate Young gets the win. Dustin Lovejoy in 2nd, and Sam Daughtery in 3rd. In the stock cars, Jim Nicely gets the win. Paul Holmes from 11th to 2nd. Don Bainey in 3rd. In the mini stocks, Justin Cranmore gets the win. Johnny Bruce Sr. in 2nd, and Anthony Collins in 3rd. In the mod lights, Nash Gerke gets the win. Logan Lewis in 2nd, and Jake Bowman in 3rd. September 21st, we're going to Atomic in the American Ironman late models. Seth Daniels from 8th to the win. Rod Connolly in 2nd, and Ryan Missler in 3rd. In the modifieds, Casey Burdett gets the win. Jesse Weiscarver in 2nd, and Dustin Sword in 3rd. Sport mods, Kenny Johnson gets the win. Jamie Adams in 2nd, and Landon Barker in 3rd. IMCA Race Savers 305. Chris Miller with the win. Wyatt Justice in 2nd, and Caleb Kaufman in 3rd. Creek County, Oklahoma for the Schooner Shuffle. Power Eye 410. Sam Haferteef Jr. gets the victory. Cody Gardner in 2nd, and Xavier Doney in 3rd. Back to Eldora for the Four Crown Nationals. High Limit and all 3 USAC series. High Limit, Rico Abreu gets the win in the Planet Zero number 24, paying homage to the late great Scott Bloomquist, Rico Abreu with the win, Jake Allen in second, and Spencer Baston from 18th to 3rd. In the USAC sprints, Dason Pursley gets the win, Kevin Thomas Jr. in second, and Logan Seavey in 3rd. And holy shit, was it dusty. This was the first feature that went out. I was sitting between 3 and 4, and I could not see the folks sitting in 4 when the cars came through. It was bad. We talked to Hunter Maddox later, who was running the USAC sprint. He said he couldn't see turn 3 until halfway down the back stretch. Listen, nobody's immune from it. It was rough. Now, granted, it hasn't rained here in 3 weeks. It's been 90 for the last 3 days. Friday night, I thought the track was good, and it was dusty, but it wasn't hateful. Saturday was a rough one. You can't win them all. USAC Silver Crown, Mitchell Moles, first Silver Crown win, Cody Swanson in second, and Briggs Danner from 12th to 3rd. And the USAC Midgets, Dason Pursley gets the win, Ryan Timms from 20th to 2nd, and Logan Seavey in 3rd. Fremont Championship night in the 410s, Craig Mitz gets the win, Caleb Henry in 2nd, and Chris Andrews in 3rd. And Caleb Henry would be your Fremont 410 champion. In the 305s, Dustin Dinan gets the win, Jimmy McGrath in 2nd, Dustin Stroop in 3rd. And Jamie Miller is your Fremont 305 champion. In the trucks, Sean Valenti gets the win, Steve Miller in 2nd, and Keith Sorg in 3rd. And Keith Sorg would be your Fremont truck champion, his 3rd championship. Moving to Goods Raceway, where the mini stocks. And Randy Early gets the win, Sportsman Classic, Wyatt Glass with the win. Mod Lights, Lucas Painter with the win, 270 Micros, the first-time winner there, Adam Gotchlin. Congratulations to Adam. Sportsman Mods, first-time winner, Jason Downey with the win. Congratulations, Jason. And the junior sprints, Cam Sigley gets the win. Moving to Southern Raceway, USCS, Lane Whittington with the victory, Terry Gray in 2nd, and Spencer Murdith in 3rd. Knoxville in the 20th, Lucas Oil Late Model Knoxville Nationals, $50,000 to win. Bobby Pierce says he doesn't have enough money in the bank, so he grabs another bag. Bobby Pierce gets the win. Brian Shirley from 15th to 2nd, and Devin Moran in 3rd. Midway had steel block late models where Zach Milby would get the win, Colton Burdett in 2nd, and Anthony Kincaid in 3rd. Sharon in the Lou Blaney Memorial. 410 sprints, $12,000 to win, $1,200 to start. And the Buckeye Bullet, Dave Blaney, gets the win and announces his retirement from racing. What a way to wrap up a career, and congratulations to Dave Blaney. Dave Blaney with the win, Danny Dietrich in 2nd, and Cale Thomas in 3rd. They also have big block modifieds on hand for $2,500 to win, where Eric Rudolph will get the victory, Rex King Jr. in 2nd, and Dalton Slack in 3rd. Thunderbolt Raceway with Roth Classic, $83,000 to win, and the World of Outlaw Sprint Cars, and Carson Macedo gets a victory. Buddy Kofoid in 2nd. Sheldon Hodshield gets up front again from 12th with a 3rd place finish for Sheldon. Thunderhill Raceway, Mark Fields Memorial, Hunt the front. Zach Mitchell from 8th to 1st. Zach Mitchell gets the win. Ashton Winger from 10th to 2nd. And Brandon Overton from 20th to 3rd. Man, let's get up front, fellas. Wayne County and Ohio Dirt Blowout Finale. Sam Huffman Memorial. 410 Sprint Cars. Chris Myers gets the win. Jordan Ryan in 2nd. And Henry Malka in 3rd. In the late models, Kyle Moore gets the win. Todd Brennan from 11th to 2nd. And J.R. Gentry in 3rd. In the modifieds, Brad Goff gets the win. Ryan Markham in 2nd. And Jimmy Humphrey in 3rd. In the stock cars, Jordan Canover gets the win. Brandon Morrow in 2nd. And Kyle Moore in 3rd. In the mini stocks, Justin Cranmore gets the win. Anthony Collins in 2nd. And Johnny Bruce Sr. in 3rd. Finally, the Mod War 100 at Hardo, Texas Speedway, and $50,000 to win for the modifieds. Jim Chisholm from 10th to the win, and he's $50,000 richer. Jake O'Neill's in second, and Terry Phillips in third. Kyle Slater went from 25th to 6th. This week's View from the Valley leading into this past weekend, I had a thought. The World of Outlaw Sprint Cars had 47 cars on Friday night before the Crown in 2023, and the All-Star Circuit Champions had 42 cars on Saturday in 2023. I wasn't sure High Limits was going to be able to pull a whole lot more than 30 this weekend with Attica, Fremont, Sharon all running. Sharon obviously paying a similar payout that they were there at Eldora on Saturday night. But they proved me wrong. 43 cars on Friday night for High Limit and 44 cars on Saturday night. So, hey, I was wrong. I have no problem with Eating Crow. Glad to see High Limits pulling some cars with other racing in the area. First time. Dason Pursley gets his first Eldora win. Justin Peck gets his first win of 2024 and with High Limit. And Casey Genderjack gets his first 410 win at Attica. And Mitchell Moles gets his first USAC Silver Crown victory.
I'm the tower of power, too sweet to be sour. I'm funky like a monkey. Sky's the limit and space is the place.
Series, teams, drivers, tracks, dirt media. This is your time, and this is your spotlight. The spotlight's on, and this week's spotlight is going to be a combination of things. Initially, I was thinking about talking about camping at the track and why there are positives there. But then while we were camping at the track, something pretty cool happened. So this week we're going to kind of spotlight USAC Sprint rookie Hunter Maddox. And the reason this comes into play is because, as we're going to discuss, camping at the track, it's awesome. You don't have to worry about getting from A to B. You can have another beer if you want to. You can walk around and chat with folks. And when you walk around and chat with folks, you don't know who you're going to run into and what you're going to talk about. And that kind of led us to Hunter Maddox. Friday night before the Crown at Eldora, we're walking around chatting with people in the campgrounds, and we came across some folks, and my boy and my buddy Steven's boy were chatting with a kid their age there, which led to a conversation between them and Hunter Maddox. So I thought, why not have my boy, Braden, on the podcast to kind of talk about that. So, Braden, tell us about the conversation that happened with Hunter Maddox.
The kid was like, that he was working for AME, and we were asking him how he started, and he was like, it started with his dad and then his brother. And then, he was like, are you interested in it? And of course I said, yeah. And then he walks me over to Hunter Maddox, and he said to Hunter Maddox, these kids want to learn and see if you can let them help you out tomorrow. And he was like, yeah. So we went over and asked our parents, and that's pretty much how it went.
So, I mean, just hanging out, it's fairly late at this time. It's probably every bit at 2 o'clock in the morning. But, you know, the boys are young enough, they can keep going, and I'm not that old yet. I can keep going. But anyways, so they came over, and the boys asked us, and actually met Hunter Maddox there. Very nice guy. Good dude out of Indiana. You got to check him out. Check him out on Facebook, Hunter Maddox Racing 24M. Go there, check out his stuff. I believe he's got apparel, a link for the apparel on there. So if you can help support him, he's kind of the guy that's there. He gets help from where he can get help from, but had a couple guys helping him that night. The boys got help as well. Just what a cool experience for them. Tell us about some of the stuff that you guys did while you were in the pits helping out Hunter.
We went over like how the car works and what we should do. We made sure there was air in the tires and they were measured the correct measurements. And we messed around with the rear tires so the tires were like, I would say probably weighing it down so it doesn't flip on the right, yeah, the right side of the car. And that's, and then we probably we filled up the gas tank a few times. And, yeah, that was pretty much what we
So when you
did.
say you were messing with the right tire, were you messing with the shocks, or what were you messing with that would keep the car from?
We were adding spacers so the tire could go out or in towards the car more to keep it from like flipping him and making sure it's like we just changed it every like pretty much after he got off the track. We would switch it around and see what happens.
What was one thing that stood out to you in all that experience?
And all of it, I'd probably say the spacers were interesting. You would never think they would have spacers to have the tires come out. You would think it would just be the way I guess the tires would go on.
You just think it'd be a normal width and there wouldn't be any adjusting to it, but it turns out there's a lot more to the car than meets the eye, huh?
Yeah, it's really interesting.
I mean, I don't know what else to say. We dropped the boys off there late afternoon, and we checked in on them periodically, but they hung out with him, and I mean, just I can't say enough positive things about this. Hunter Max, it was really good to our boys, and he was cool to us, and we even got to chat with him a little bit afterwards. So this just kind of goes back to what I was saying: is walk around and talk to folks. We're all there to have a good time, and you never know who you're gonna run into. So just gonna wrap up this segment again. Check out Hunter Maddox Racing 24M on Facebook. There should be a link for apparel. Help him out. He's out of Bloomington, Indiana. Looks like he's gonna be the USAC Rookie of the Year in the sprint division. So pretty wild to think that in 2018 he went to the track with a buddy and was hooked, and in hopes of trying to get into his buddy's car, I guess he eventually couldn't get in his buddy's car, so he said, screw it, I'm going to get my own car. And in 2021, that's exactly what he did. Hunter Maddox hopped in the car in 2021, and in 2024, it looks like he's going to be your USAC Sprint Car Rookie of the Year. So the story is just go to the track, get to the track, have a good time, talk to the folks around you. Gonna wrap up this segment. Just want to thank Hunter Maddox for making a dream come true for some kids. Something he didn't have to do, but he did it. That's the kind of guy he is. So good luck the rest of the season.
I drank a beer. I drank another beer. 3 beers. 4 beers. Oh no.
Racing to come September 25th through the 28th, Lake Ozark Speedway and the Stock Mod Nationals. September 27th and 28th, Riverside International Speedway World Short Track Challenge with the ASCS versus USCS. September 25th through the 28th, the dirt track at IMS, Driven to Save Lives, BC 39, with the USAC Midgets and a new addition, the USAC Sprint Cars. September 27th through the 28th, Atomic's going to have Rumble in the Hills, and night 1 you get Super Dirt Car Big Block Modifieds, IMCA Race Saver 305s, and Steel Block late models. And night 2 of the Rumble in the Hills, you get Super Dirt Car Big Block Modifieds, Boss Sprint Cars, Sport Mods, and the Midwest Thunder Midgets. Skyline Speedway, September 27th through 28th. They're going to have Harvest 50. At night 1, you get OVSCA, late models, modifieds, and Sport Mods. And night 2, you get late models, modifieds, Sport Mods, and 4 cylinders. September 25th, Brownstown Speedway in Indiana is going to have Flow Racing Night in America, September 27th, Boot Hill Speedway with the World of Outlaw late models. Brownstown's going to have the CJ Rayburn Memorial with Lucas Oil late models. Sharon's going to have the Buckeye Brawl with the World of Outlaw sprint cars. September 28th, Brownstown in the 45th annual Jackson 100 and $50,000 to win with the Lucas Oil late models. Circle City's going to have the Ashley Albertson Memorial, All-Star TQ Midgets, Midwest Thunder Sprints, MMSA Mini Sprints, Mod Lights, Crown Vics, and Hornets. I-70 is going to have the Power I-410, Rocket Raceway Park with the World of Outlaw late models. Florence Speedway is going to have High Limit. Goods Raceway is running. Mudlick Valley is going to pay $1,000 to the Hornet winner. Sharon and the Federated Auto Parts Showdown with the World of Outlaw sprint cars. And that's going to wrap up this week's episode. We just got to keep moving to the front, one lap at a time.
Goodbye. And good night, bang.
Thanks for listening to the Dirt Court Jesters podcast. Give us a like, give us a follow, give us a shout out. Let your friends know on X and YouTube as well at Dirt Court Jester. And we hope to see you guys at the track.